This is a message to those Gentiles who desire to be as the Jews. My heart has been troubled about this subject for several years, as I have witnessed more and more Gentiles wanting to look and act just like Orthodox Jews. No, I am not a Jew hater. And yes, I know Jesus was a Jew. Jesus was not just a Jew. He was God manifest in the flesh. He didn't come to teach me, a Gentile, how to be like a Jew and observe all the traditions and customs of the Jews. He came to set me free from the religious traditions of men and the bondage of the law, which men could not and still cannot keep. He didn't come to reveal unto me his Jewish customs, but rather his God qualities. He wants us to manifest his nature and character, not his Jewishness. Many perhaps well-meaning Gentiles think that if they take on the traditions of the Jews, that in so doing they are somehow becoming more pleasing and acceptable to God. Instead, in most cases, it has given them a superiority complex where they consider themselves above other saints and somehow closer to God because of their outward manifestations of Jewishness. I ask you, did Christ die in vain? What is wrong with such Gentiles? Jesus said, "Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Jesus spoke of the religious bent on their traditions, and he said, "This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoureth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men." O Gentile, why do you burden yourself with the keeping of feasts? God has made you a part of his Israel by circumcision of your heart. He has finished the work. He is the bread, he is the wine. He was the perfect sacrifice once and for all, to the Jew first and then to the Gentile, whom he grafted into himself, for he is the vine. Why do you think he said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me"? Why, O Gentile, do you think Jews who accepted Christ were rebuked when they thought it necessary, due to Jewish law, to circumcise Gentile believers? It is your heart that God is interested in, saint of God, not whether you keep the traditions of the Jewish people. Jesus said he was the bread of life. He said, "Eat of me," not "eat like me," as in the tradition of the Jewish people. He told his Jewish disciples, "When you partake of the Passover, remember, it is all about me. I am the body and the blood that was given for you." And he said, "If you eat of me, you will never hunger, and if you drink of me, you will never thirst again. I am the living bread. I am the fulfillment of your feasts." Gentile, if you are trying to make yourself righteous by looking and sounding like the Jews, then you're dead, and the Spirit of God is not in you. Neither think, O Gentile, that if you keep all the law, that God will count you righteous. For unless your righteousness is found in Christ alone, we are all wretched and blind and naked. You cannot make yourself acceptable to God by what you adorn yourself with, no matter how righteous looking the garment is. That which pleases God is that inward adorning of a circumcised heart. It is so sad to me that so many are more concerned with being like a Jew than being like Jesus.